19 Kids and Counting star Josh Duggar allegedly sent flirty, explicit messages to wife Anna from behind bars. When the Duggar family first appeared on television through 19 Kids and Counting, viewers saw them as a deeply religious and tightly connected family that followed strict values. At the center of that image was Josh Duggar, the oldest son of Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar, who is often presented as the responsible older brother and family man. But over the years, that image completely collapsed under the weight of scandals, criminal charges, and shocking revelations that kept making headlines across the internet. Now, another explosive controversy has surfaced involving alleged private messages Josh Duggar reportedly sent to his wife Anna while serving time behind bars. According to multiple reports and online discussions, the messages contained flirtatious language and explicit comments that quickly sparked outrage and disbelief among followers of the Duggar family. The alleged messages immediately spread across social media, where critics questioned how Josh continued maintaining intimate communication with Anna despite everything that had happened between them over the years. For many longtime viewers, the situation reopened old wounds surrounding the Duggar family scandals and once again placed Anna Duggar under public scrutiny. What shocked many people most was the tone of the alleged conversations. Instead of serious reflection or remorse, the messages reportedly appeared playful, romantic, and at times explicit in nature. Online reactions exploded almost instantly. Some people claimed the messages showed Josh was still manipulating Anna emotionally, while others argued the relationship itself had become impossible for outsiders to understand. As discussions intensified, many former fans revisited the long and complicated history between Josh and Anna Duggar. The couple first married in 2008 after a highly publicized courtship that followed the Duggar family's conservative Christian beliefs. Their relationship was heavily documented on reality television, where they were often portrayed as an example of traditional marriage and faith-based family values. At the time, Anna appeared devoted to Josh and fully committed to the Duggar lifestyle. Together, they built a growing family and eventually became parents to 7 children. But behind the scenes, major cracks had already begun forming. Years ago, Josh Duggar became the center of massive scandals involving inappropriate behavior and infidelity allegations that devastated the family's public image. Those controversies alone caused enormous backlash against the Duggars and led to intense criticism from viewers who once supported the family. Still, despite everything, Anna chose to remain by Josh's side. That decision became one of the most debated topics among Duggar followers online. Some people sympathized with Anna, believing she had been raised in an environment that discouraged divorce and encouraged unconditional loyalty to marriage. Others strongly criticized her for continuing the relationship despite repeated controversies. Then came the criminal investigation that ultimately changed everything. When Josh Duggar was convicted and sent to prison, many believed the marriage would finally collapse under the pressure. But instead, reports suggested Anna continued supporting him, visiting him, and maintaining communication throughout his incarceration. Now, with the alleged flirty and explicit jailhouse messages becoming public discussion, critics once again turned their attention toward the couple's relationship dynamics. Social media users began dissecting every detail. Some claimed the messages sounded manipulative and calculated. Others argued the exchanges reflected a bizarre attempt at maintaining normalcy, despite the extremely serious circumstances surrounding Josh's imprisonment. Meanwhile, several Duggar family followers pointed out how carefully the family had tried to protect their public image for years. They argued that these alleged private conversations completely clashed with the wholesome values the family once promoted on television. On Reddit, fan forums, and entertainment blogs, reactions poured in nonstop. One commenter wrote that they could not believe Anna was still emotionally invested after everything that had happened. Another argued that the relationship seemed trapped in a cycle that had lasted for years. Others focused more on Josh himself, accusing him of refusing to take accountability and instead behaving as though nothing had fundamentally changed. The controversy also reignited broader discussions about the Duggar family culture and the strict belief system that shaped many of the children's lives from a young age. Critics argued that Anna may have felt enormous pressure to remain loyal no matter what happened. Supporters of the family, however, insisted outsiders could never fully understand the private struggles they faced behind closed doors. As headlines continued spreading online, many people also questioned how the alleged messages became public in the first place. Speculation quickly emerged about leaked communications, insider sources, and online reports that may have exposed portions of the conversations. But regardless of how the messages surfaced, one thing became clear almost immediately. The story had once again placed Josh and Anna Duggar at the center of a media firestorm. For years, every new development connected to Josh Duggar has generated intense public reaction, and this situation proved no different. What started as alleged private communication between husband and wife quickly transformed into another national conversation about scandal, loyalty, faith, and public image. And for Anna Duggar, the renewed attention has once again placed her in an incredibly difficult spotlight. One filled with judgment, speculation, and endless public debate about why she continues standing beside her husband, despite years of controversy. But according to several online discussions, the alleged messages may reveal even deeper issues inside the relationship than many originally believed. And as more details continued circulating online, the backlash only became more intense. As the alleged messages continued spreading across entertainment blogs and social media platforms, public fascination with Josh and Anna Duggar's marriage reached another level entirely. Many people who had followed the family for years began asking the same question once again. What keeps Anna committed to Josh despite everything that has happened? That question has surrounded the couple for years, but the latest controversy brought it back into the spotlight in a major way. According to online discussions surrounding the alleged jailhouse messages, some of the exchanges reportedly included flirtatious jokes, romantic language, and explicit comments that many readers found shocking considering Josh's current situation behind bars. Critics argued the tone of the messages appeared disconnected from reality. Instead of focusing on accountability, personal reflection, or the damage caused by past scandals, Josh allegedly seemed focused on maintaining intimacy and emotional closeness with Anna. That perception immediately triggered heated debates online. Some people accuse Josh of continuing patterns of manipulation that critics believe have existed within the relationship for years. Others believed Anna's continued support reflected how deeply rooted her religious beliefs and family upbringing may be. Former viewers of 19 Kids and Counting also began revisiting old footage from the show itself. Many pointed out how Anna often appeared quiet, reserved, and fully dedicated to supporting Josh no matter the circumstances. At the time, viewers saw that behavior as loyalty and devotion. But after years of scandals and legal troubles, some critics now interpret those same moments very differently. On social media, clips from older Duggar episodes resurfaced again. People analyzed interviews, family interactions, and even past public appearances between Josh and Anna, searching for signs of tension or emotional imbalance that may have been overlooked years ago. Meanwhile, Duggar critics argued that the family's culture played a major role in shaping Anna's decisions. The Duggar family became widely known for promoting strict conservative values, including teachings centered around obedience, marriage permanence, and traditional gender roles. Critics claim those beliefs may have contributed to Anna remaining loyal through repeated controversies that many others would consider impossible to forgive. At the same time, supporters of Anna pushed back against some of the harsh criticism online. Several people argued that Anna herself has spent years living under intense public scrutiny and humiliation. They claimed outsiders often forget that she is also raising 7 children while dealing with constant media attention surrounding her husband's legal troubles. Still, the alleged explicit nature of the messages shocked even some longtime Duggar followers. For critics, the controversy highlighted what they viewed as a major contradiction between the public values the family once promoted and the private behavior now being discussed online. Entertainment commentators quickly jumped into the debate as well. Some YouTube creators and bloggers described the alleged messages as evidence that Josh still holds emotional influence over Anna despite his imprisonment. Others argued the conversations simply reflected two married people trying to preserve a connection during difficult circumstances. But no matter which side people took, the reaction remained intense. The controversy also reignited discussions about how reality television fame impacted the Duggar family over the years. When 19 Kids and Counting first became successful, the family built a massive audience by presenting themselves as wholesome, disciplined, and deeply religious. Their large household and unique lifestyle attracted millions of viewers curious about how the family functioned on a daily basis. For a long time, the Duggar brand relied heavily on trust and moral image. That is why every scandal involving Josh Duggar created such enormous backlash. Many former fans felt betrayed after discovering details that completely contradicted the values the family publicly preached for years. Now, with these alleged jailhouse messages making headlines, some believe the family's reputation has once again suffered another major blow. Interestingly, not every reaction online was purely negative. A smaller group of supporters defended Anna and Josh's continued communication, arguing that maintaining emotional connection between spouses is normal regardless of circumstances. Some even criticized the public obsession with private conversations between a married couple. But those voices were largely overshadowed by outrage and disbelief. Across Reddit threads and entertainment forums, users continued debating whether Anna genuinely believes Josh has changed or whether she feels trapped by religious expectations and family pressure. Some commenters claimed Anna's loyalty reflects unconditional faith. Others argued it reflects emotional dependency created over years within a highly controlled environment. As speculation grew, many people also turned attention toward the rest of the Duggar family. Questions emerged about whether family members privately support Josh and Anna's relationship, or whether tensions behind the scenes have grown even worse since Josh's imprisonment. Because the Duggars have largely stayed quieter in recent years compared to their peak reality TV fame, every new controversy naturally fuels even more curiosity about what is really happening inside the family today. And according to several online insiders and entertainment discussions, the latest allegations may only be the beginning of another wave of explosive revelations connected to Josh Duggar's life behind bars. As the internet continued dissecting every reported detail, one thing became impossible to ignore. Even years after the downfall of 19 Kids and Counting, the Duggar family remains one of the most controversial reality TV families in America. And every new scandal still has the power to dominate headlines overnight.